Hello, my wonderful reading friends. It's Awnie. I'm so glad you came to read with me. If you want to read more stories with me, be sure to subscribe. And for shout-outs, book reviews, and other content, follow me on social media. In this story, we'll learn about a wonderful Christmas tradition that was started by elves in the North Pole. Let's find out all about it as we read Festival of the Elves, the Magic Around You. If you have a copy, go get it so you can read along with me. Festival of the Elves, the Magic Around You. Written by Norris Figgyworth. Illustrated by Mai S. Kemble.
You might be wondering why there are 4 little elf feet sticking out of the snow. Well, one pair of boots belongs to my brother, Noel. The other pair belongs to me, Holly. We just rocketed through the cold velvet sky into the deepest cushion of snow. This is how our Festival of the Elves adventure began, on a twinkly, swirly, snowy night. But before I can tell you that tale, I must first tell you about our grandpa, Norris Figgyworth. Grandpa Figgyworth is a kind-hearted and fun-loving elf. When he was young, Grandpa decided to make the month of December the most magical ever. He wanted the holiday season to be full of surprises and delights. Grandpa called his idea Festival of the Elves. Every night in December, Grandpa Figgyworth left funny little notes and sometimes trinkets for his family, friends, and neighbors. As he delivered each note, he would say with a little half smile, a wiggle of his left eyebrow, and a waggle of his right ear, "The magic around you is the magic you make." Over the years, the Festival of the Elves tradition grew and grew, with elf families leaving notes and trinkets for other families all over the North Pole. My little brother Noel and I loved it so much, we thought it was a shame that only elves got to enjoy the tradition. After all, everybody could use some extra magic, right? So we visited the Elder Elf Council. The Elder Elf Council listened patiently as we explained that we wanted to share Festival of the Elves with humans. "Holly, I'm sure the humans would love Festival of the Elves," said Eggnog, the eldest Elder Elf. "But elf magic is in limited supply, and if you use your magic to visit humans, you might not have enough magic to get back home." I trusted in Grandpa's belief that when you do something special for someone, magic grows. Finally, the Elder Elf Council reluctantly agreed to our dangerous mission. "Holly and Noel, we'll let you try it with one family," Eggnog said, "and we'll hope for your safe return." The next day, Noel made sure we had everything we needed. Magic meter? Check. Tools? Check. Magic paper and pen? Check. Tiny dust? Check. Okay, we're all set. We buckled our boots, clicked them together, spun in the air, and poof! We landed in a pile of snow with our feet in the air, totally lost. We used all our magic to travel here, and now our magic meter was at 0. There was no magic anywhere. Then, with a sparkle in his eye and a wrinkle of his nose, Noel said, "Don't forget, the magic around you is the magic you make. We can still make magic here." I knew my brother was right. I grabbed his hand and we walked to the twinkling house in the distance. The name Puddington was written on the letterbox. We used just enough tiny dust to shrink ourselves itty-bitty and then tiptoed into the cozy home. Hiding on top of the tallest bookcase, we got to know the family. We learned that Olivia was a twirly type of girl who danced from room to room. Henry was all about dinosaurs and drawing. Mama Puddington had a big laugh, and Daddy Puddington told the best bedtime stories. I think we picked a good house, I said to Noelle. The Puddingtons aren't magical, but perhaps someday they could be. The next day was Monday, hide and seek day. We worked late into the night getting everything ready. When we found the perfect place for our note, we whispered, "The magic around you is the magic you make," and sent it with a kiss. Mwah! The next morning, Olivia twirled into the room and stopped. "There's a note!" she cried. Sleepyhead Henry perked up, and everyone eagerly listened to Mama Puddington as she read the note out loud.
Dear Puddingtons, each day in December will be a day to remember. We'll leave you a note for when you rise. We think you'll find it a terrific surprise. Now let's play a game called hide and seek. Hopefully you haven't taken a peek. We've hidden a trinket for you all to find. It's something we've made and one of a kind. Keep your eyes peeled. Search high and low. But here's a hint. Where do the cards go? So everyone, let's start the fun. Now count it down. 3, 2, 1, run! Happy Festival of the Elves, signed Holly and Noelle.
Olivia and Henry dashed off looking from room to room. Then Olivia said, "I know where it is! The hall!" She had guessed right. Our handsome Nutcracker was snuggled amongst the cards. As Noelle and I watched, we felt a little bit more magical and joyous. The needle on our magic meter barely budged, but that did not stop us from making Festival of the Elves fun for the Puddingtons. Next, we left Noelle's silly day note. Dear Puddingtons, did you know elves love to be silly? Today is Silly Day. Put your right hand on top of your head and your left hand on your tummy. While you rub them, say one of these 3 times fast. Nutty Nutcracker Ned nibbled nuts nimbly. Dashing Dasher danced divinely during dinner. Silly Sammy Snowman sang seasonal songs so sweetly. Good luck! Happy Festival of the Elves, Noelle and Holly. The Puddingtons practiced being silly that morning and later that night. So did Noelle and I. Day after day for 24 days we left the Puddingtons notes. Wednesday was treat day. Thursday was art day. Friday was riddle day. Saturday was song and dance day. We ended each week with gratitude day, my favorite, on Sunday. Dear Puddingtons, today is gratitude day. Hip, hip, hooray! It's time to reflect on those blessings you've got, like your family, who love you a lot, like cozy, warm nights and a bright, shining sun, and playing with friends and just having fun. So on this special day, celebrate all the things that make life so great. Happy Festival of the Elves, Holly and Noelle. Our magic meter vibrated and the dial went crazy. We started to float up and up and up, feeling all the merriment around us. Our boots spun us around, then poof, we were home. For many years afterward, we left notes and trinkets for the Puddingtons, and it warmed our hearts to see them bring our elf tradition to their friends and family. These days, many of our friends have joined us to spread a little bit of magic around the world. As our Grandpa Figgyworth loves to say,
"The magic around you is the magic you make. It happens when you give more than you take. It grows and swirls all around. just like the snow that never touches the ground. And before you know it, you're lost in its bliss. And it all starts with a note sent with a kiss. So remember, my friend, as long as you try, the magic around you will launch your heart to the sky.
Happy Festival of the Elves!
I just love the tradition they started, don't you? I hope you enjoyed our story today. See you next time.